So we will briefly talk about the difference between arithmetic versus geometric averages. In the arithmetic is just the return over an average number of periods in multiple periods. So we get all the returns for, let's say, every year returns, and then we divide by the number of periods that we have, and that will give us the average return. In the geometric, we assume that it would be the average compound return over the multiple periods. So in general, the geometric is smaller than the arithmetic, and the arithmetic will be over optimistic in the long horizons, but the geometric is going to be too pessimistic on short horizons. The key I leave to you is what are, how do you define long or short horizons? Yeah, you can say a few years, 5, 10 years, that would be, so it's up to your judgment. Let's assume now this is the formula for the geometric average return. So we get the product of 1 plus the return on any given year. That product, we raise it to the 1 divided by t, the time periods, and then we subtract 1 to the answer. So let's take a look at one example here. And if you see suppose that this is a year 2019, so we have different years. 1926, this is based on history, but you can try them. So what we do to this is simply just say, well, we have the returns, the percent returns. We add 1 to this number, and 1 plus, and we added the 100%, no? So divided by 100, so to put this in percentages. Then we have the compounded return by multiplying the previous year times the next year's, so the previous year times the next one. Or we could have done this, so this product, we raise it to the 1/5 because we have 5 years, and this is the answer. We subtract 1 to this answer, and that's what we get as our average geometric average return. It would be another way of solving this problem is to assume solve for the rate that will make these uh, 5 years, over these 5 years, assuming that we start with the dollar, and then at the end we have a dollar 48, which is another way of proving that this is the answer, no? So suppose at the end we end up with $1.4870. This is what we have here, and then we solve for rate, and that rate will be the geometric average return. So a dollar growing at 8.25% over 5 years, compounding, no, being compounded over 5 years at that rate will make us the ending value of 1.487. So that way we find the geometric average return. Now let's compare that with the arithmetic, which is just the simple average, no? Using the same numbers as the previous example, we have the different percent returns. We just type in here the average, and in Excel, no, we do the average, and that's the answer, 11.48% in this case, no? So the answer would be the average, or in other words, another way of doing this would be the sum of all these numbers divided by the number of years. So in this case it's 5. We get the same answer. This is the arithmetic average. So you can see in this period, the arithmetic is 11.48 versus the geometric was 8.26%. So one is larger, the arithmetic is larger than the geometric.